Israeli forces have carried out a dramatic rescue of two hostages held by Hamas in Gaza. President Biden, though, is warning Israel to tread carefully in its war efforts.
And as Doug Luzader reports from Washington this morning, the Senate is getting closer to passing a massive foreign aid bill that includes billions for both Ukraine and Israel.
We expect the Senate to be back to work on that aid package today as we learn more about that Israeli rescue operation. A helicopter believed to be carrying two rescued Israeli hostages touches down at a hospital. Israeli forces under fire were able to free the two as airstrikes hit the city of Rafah in southern Gaza.
Most importantly, they are surrounded by the family now. And the family that they haven't seen for the 128 days since the 7th of October massacre.
Victory is within reach.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu defending Israel's campaign in Gaza as the White House is ramping up pressure over civilian casualties, with President Biden speaking to Netanyahu yesterday.
The emotion is agreed to.
On Capitol Hill, the Senate is closing in on a massive $95 billion foreign aid bill that includes funding for both Israel and Ukraine. But it is running into resistance from some Republicans.
But at the end of the day, you still have $19 billion. That's almost 20% of the total going to things like budget support for Ukraine's government. Almost half of that $19 billion could go to Gaza, which really means going to Hamas.
And with so much tension in the Middle East and elsewhere, we learned yesterday that Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin had to return to the hospital following his treatment for prostate cancer, temporarily handing over authority to a deputy.
Hopefully, maybe he just needs some antibiotics and maybe some imaging to determine what is going on, maybe some bladder decompression, and go from there.
But unlike what happened during his initial cancer surgery and the controversy it touched off, this time Austin immediately informed the White House that he was being hospitalized. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.